Hi, Cherry, you found me. All right, so I'm glad you found me. Oh, change this. All right, ready to uncover the truth about your twin flame. Whether you're in separation, limited contact, or feeling the intensity of the sacred bond, this reading will give you powerful insights into where they stand emotionally, what's blocking the connection, and what soul lessons are unfolding for you both. You're here for a reason. Trust that this message is meant for you. So in this reading, we're going to reveal your twin flame's current energy and how they feel about you, what they're keeping hidden, and the blocks holding them back. The potential for communication, reunion, and spiritual alignment. So stay until the end for the affirmation to help you align with your soul's highest path and trust in divine timing. And also check your sun, moon, and rising sign and Venus for the full story. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so that you'll never miss any of my weekly readings. So this is a twin flame energy check-in. How do they really feel? All right, and I'm just going to get started, and then I'll do a reading for you as well, Cherry. All right. I'm just going to go and just do a couple here. Have you noticed my little stuff going on? I've got my little subscribe, I've got my fairies, and I've got my like and subscribe. That's in my little, so I have, this is my twin flame video that's supposed to be showing, and then I have other ones with the other affirmations. All right, so I'm going to do you first, but you're gonna hang out here with me, and so let's get started, and I'll do your reading first. So I am going to ask you very similar to what I'm going to do for twin flame. Maybe that you have a twin flame, you just haven't met them yet, right? You can manifest a twin flame too, but there are people who know their twin flames, and I'm not making light of it. It's just that, you know, you're here for a reason. So your current energy, so you may be single, and is there another person that you seem to be attached to? All right. Well, there is somebody who wants to be connected to you. All right. There is seeming to be a separation between you and another person, and that other person doesn't want to be separated from you. There is someone here who wants to have a connection with you. And how do they feel about you? Well, they feel that they have to wait. They feel like, you know, it's not time yet. And it has been a long time, and they're tired of waiting, but they feel like it's not time yet. What is blocking them? The reason that they are being blocked is because they're not sure if you feel the same way as you feel. They are not sure if you feel the same way as what they feel for you. So they have feelings for you, and they're not sure, and they don't know how to kind of, they're waiting because they don't know how to let you know. they have a lesson here, and their lesson is really about how to make this a divine union, right? You know, they live with you in their head. They have this fantasy of you in their head, but they don't know how to make it real. You know, your lesson is to feel worthy of this relationship. You know, you have to be a little bit more financially secure or independent, or somehow there is something about you needing to be more secure and independent for you to receive this. The potential that could happen with this is you are going to get a message, or they're going to contact you. You're going to hear from this person. And the advice is, don't get stressed out about it. Don't overthink it. It's not even your responsibility. Let them come to you. You don't have to figure out who it is. And you do need to work out the blocks that is preventing you from receiving this. So there seems to be something that is, I'm not saying competition, but there is something that is preventing. Yeah, they should come towards you. I think maybe it's because they're scared that they're going to upset someone by doing that. I'm going to say this. Is there a potential that someone likes you and this person knows that someone likes you, or you've been involved with somebody and they don't want to upset their friend? So I think their friend has a crush on you and they like you, but they don't want to upset their friend, because there seems to be something to do with a potential of this new beginning in this relationship, but they don't know how to get past someone else who likes you. And so they don't want to upset this other person. They don't want to disrupt their friendship, or they're intimidated by their like somehow or another, they feel that they have to choose. And that's why. The overall energy has a lot to do with releasing a victim mentality. There is something to do with your limited belief system of seeing you in a victim mindset. And once you can do the work, get the effort to go and focus on it and clear that mind of yours and clear the subconscious blocks, you are going to be so happy. Absolutely happy. And this is what it's saying. Do the work to get rid of the subconscious blocks. You have a few blocks in there, and it is manifesting this victim mindset. And it was like, you know, you will see that this is just a block, and everything's going to happen so fast. This is not about you manifesting, because you're already manifesting it. You just are not in receiving mode. And this has a lot to do with those blocks. Does that help? All right, I am going to go and do the signs. I appreciate if you hang out with me. And I'm just going to bring up the video and see what's going on. Hopefully, yeah. I see it. I see it. Great. All right. This helps. All right. So what do you think of the new layout, Cherry? Do you like it? Do you like this new layout? Is it working for you? Oh, I didn't bring up my... All right, Aries. Thank you. It took me a while. I was having some problems with my last setup, and then my laptop started lagging, and I was starting to have all these sorts of problems. And so then I went and got a new system, and then trying to tweak it and get it all working again. It was a lot of work. Anyway, I got it, I think. All right. Aries. Aries, twin flame. Aries, your person doesn't feel very worthy. They feel insecure. They feel like they don't have their needs met. They feel a little bit like they can't manifest you. They can't, they're struggling a lot here. They feel insecure. They feel quite a bit that they feel quite insecure. They feel that they are maybe not attractive. Maybe they feel they don't get enough money. Maybe they feel not able to manifest, or maybe they feel physically there is something wrong with them. How do they feel about you? Well, they feel that they feel like you don't pay attention to them. They feel that they're immature. They feel a little bit like you're not a blessing to them. They feel a little bit, because of their victim mindset, they feel quite frequently that you are not seeing the prize in them. What is blocking them? What's blocking them is they're healing. They are healing, but they feel that everybody's better than them. They feel that everybody's better than them. It's a victim mindset, and they're working through their victim mindset, but it has been a challenge. Their soul lesson is to raise their standards in themselves. They have to see that they're a valuable person. They have to see how worthy they are. Your next move, Aries, next move, Aries, is to not focus on them while they do this healing. They have to go and do this work. You cannot do this work for them, and sometimes you have to take a step back in order for them to be able to do this work. And the potential twin flames, if you're not in union, it looks like there is going to be a decision made, and once you make that decision, it's going to be like quick action. It's going to go really fast. And the advice for you is not to focus on the other person. Right now, it is their evolution for them to focus on their insecurity. You cannot fix that. The more that you go and try to fix their insecurity, the more that they're just going to manifest more ways to separate from you. So this is what's going to push you away, and that is what's going to push energetically away. So the results is to not be thinking that this is what love is. Love is not healing. Healing is part of the evolution of the twin flame dynamic, but love is going to happen. There's going to be lots of love here, but you need to put it in yourself. You need to see that you're valuable and worthy too, because this person is mirroring you. So when you see that your standards are being met about how much love that you are echoing to them by putting that love into you, so allow them the space to be able to heal. Allow them to see themselves for who they really are. And if you are putting all your love and say, oh, I can fix this, you're not going to fix it for them. And that's what's going to cause separation in this in the long run. So let me see here. The universe says there is a change in the energy. Oh, I gotta fix my camera here, sorry. There is an energy clearing where good energies need a cleansing. Get outside, being organic, and ore holes. So basically what it is one of you don't see this as love. And why I say that is because of the fact that there is a good cleansing of the energies, and that is because one is attached themselves to you and it's feeding off of you, possibly. All right, so there is a possibility, Aries, that because of this, it just needs to have a little change. So I am seeing here for you, clearing your energy, getting outside, getting out a little bit more, and just releasing anybody who is attaching their energy to you. It's not going to feel good. But focus on you, and you're going to see that they are going to focus on healing themselves, and then they'll be right back. Taurus. All right, Taurus. What's happening with you, Taurus? Their current energy, Taurus. Their current energy, Taurus. They are trying to feel, they're trying to show you that they're just like, they're trying to, like, oh, we're just friends. They're trying to pretend that they are disconnected, but they're not. This is twin flame, and you know, twin flames, just because you're not together doesn't mean they don't love you. Twin flames just go through different stages of evolution. They love you. They're trying not to love you. And how do they truly feel about you? You've got the moon upside down. And the moon upside down is, they are really scared. They're really scared. This is not like subconscious. This is conscious. They're freaked out, scared. It's like, I'm not used to this. Everything used to be like something else, and I'm just, they're just scared of the mirroring, right? It's just too much mirroring. What is blocking them? So what is blocking them is they have a lot of pain. They have a lot of pain here. They're scared. They got a lot of pain. They got to do some healing. And their next move is to reach out and to contact you and to let them know that what's going on. You know, it's time for them to tell you, you know, they actually do have feelings for you. And your soul lesson is to look at how you're manifesting and why you are manifesting the way that you do. Because there is some things here for you to look at. And so the potential is, this actually has potential. This is not going to end. This is eternal. This is real. For those Taurus, this is real. You know, this is not something you have to let go of. This is real. This is something for you to actually can hold on to. And the advice is this: you don't have to walk away. No, you don't have to walk away. They're coming. You're going to hear from them. And the result is you're going to see that you weren't really seeing how worthy you were. You were not putting in the work of an expert that you are. This is not new for you. You know, you're not just a fling. You're not just you never seen yourself as their one. Like you kept on saying, oh, they're the one, but they never once, it was always focused on them. You never once put it in like, oh, I'm the one. They're nothing with me. Like, they are so attracted to me. Like, you need to switch that energy. Once you switch that energy, everything started shifting. You know, you have some avoidant attachment energies where you are kind of like, when anything was really about love, you kind of pushed it away. You were in denial. You didn't see how you were a magnet in drawing this energy in the way that you do. You see, there's a lot of love here. So much love here. But you keep on saying they're pushing you away. But really, it's you in denial of the stress. Like, who's the one who's being deceptive here? You're trying to say, oh no, I've been really honest, I've been really serious, I've been trying, but no, it's just that you're scared. You're scared. You're scared that this might be an attachment in some way, but you've been trying to work through. You're trying to be codependent. You're trying to be independent. You're trying your best, but what you're doing is you're going from one extreme to another. You don't know how to allow it to naturally flow. And in fact, you have been difficult to work with. There has been a lot of conflict. And so this person's in a lot of pain. A lot of pain. But they love you. Yeah, they do love you. All right. So, what's your message, Taurus? All right, Taurus. Oh, it's exactly the same cards that I got from before. All right, ore holes, energy clearing, and illumination stage. So same thing from before. So you just have to shift your energy. Don't allow anybody to attach to you and feed off of your energy. Just, you know, you have to go and not also attach to them. So what this is allow the energy of both of you to come together in a nice organic way by you being optimistic, by you just having fun. When you first met, how amazing it felt that they just kind of like showed up, and it was really good, and it organically grew to be something really, really great between you two. Well, what is pulling that back is the fact that, you know, energy shifted, energy change, and now you have too many people feeding off of that light. So what you have to do is just clear all of those attachments off and just allow you to get back into the time when everything was right. And so that is just a little energy way, and focus on the potential of trusting in the divine. Once you trust in the divine, everything is about divine timing. And so there's not anything you have to do. You just have to, I mean, there's nothing you have to do. It's just know that you are the light. Know that they are looking for you, that they want you. Whether or not they're in denial, you just have to put that energy back into you. All right, Gemini. Twin flame, Gemini. All right, twin flames, Gemini. All right, twin flames, Gemini. This is their current energy, twin flame, Gemini. They feel a little bit like they want you to put the effort in, but they don't want to put any effort into this. It's no flowing. It seems like they're resisting you a lot. But how do they really feel? They want things to move fast, right? They're like, yeah, I'm like, I just want things to go really fast. And so what is blocking them? What's blocking them? They have a fear of commitment. They're like, oh, I don't want to feel these feelings. I just want things to happen and be good. But, you know, I don't know if I like my emotions, because emotions I don't know, because their emotions, it bothers them to feel. They've been told that their emotions were not valid, or maybe they told them that there's something wrong with them feeling their emotions. Being vulnerable is, you know, so they're scared to feel vulnerable. And why is because they got to heal their obviously they are avoidant attachment, and they got to heal. They are to heal their avoidant attachment. Your soul lesson is to see you are strikingly beautiful, you divine feminine. So you need to get back into your divine feminine energy and be the magnet that you are, and let them heal their avoidant attachment tendencies. And so their potential communication or union, or what's going to happen here, well, they love you. They are pretending that they don't, and they want to romance you, but they're pretending that they don't, right? So, you know, there's potential that they're resisting taking you out and dating you. But the advice here is for you to see why are you in denial? Because this is where it's being mirrored here on you. Like, they're resisting you a lot. So what are you resisting in you? All right. And the results of this is for you to let go of this energy, this baggage. There is something here where you feel it's your responsibility to fix everything instead of being in your divine feminine energy. You know, there's not anything that you need to do. You're not a child in this. Like, you're master. You're a twin flame. And that's the thing. You're a Gemini. You are born the twin. Like, you are representing the twin. Like, you are the twin. Like, this is child's play to you. And so focus on you. Do your mantras, and And, you know, understand that energy can cause havoc. It has nothing to do with you. It's just energy. And so this is the thing. You're just to focus on doing that energy work, and you'll get your message. You'll find that when they pull away, their avoidant attachment has nothing to do with you. None of this has anything to do with you. And you know what? This is you're just to get in touch with your divine feminine. Get out of your head. Your head is telling you got to do all this work, and you really don't have to do any of that. All right, so that is for you, Gemini. Cancer. All right, Cancer twin flames. What's going on with you, Cancer twin flames? What is going on with you, Cancer twin flames? I had a couple of cards that I put in the wrong deck. Sorry. What's going on with you, Cancer twin flames? What's going on in your connection? All right, so Cancer, your person's not telling you the truth. Something here that they're holding back. They're not, if they know it, they're not telling you. And if they are telling you that everything is all right, it's not. That they are living some kind of way of pretending, because they are not being really straight up honest with you. And how do they really feel about you? You make them so happy. You make them so happy. They feel so much joy with you, but they're pretending that you don't. They're lying to you right now. And what is blocking them? What is blocking them is that they don't have much patience, so they blow up, or they are disappointed about something else, and it has nothing to do with you. It has all to do with what is going on inside of them. And so their next move is to actually try to have a conversation with you. They want to talk. They want to talk. You know, there is a potential, Cancer, that they want to have a conversation with you. And your next move is to work this out with them. This is your person. And so it looks like you two are going to have a nice conversation here. And the potential is, what are you willing to sacrifice? Because there is a possibility that if they are holding back and they're not telling you the truth, there is something here that is going on that they are hiding from you. And when you find out what is going on, are you willing to be able to deal with it? Because there is a potential that they may be married. Maybe there is a potential that they've been telling you something that's not true, and there's a reason why they're doing it. So are you willing to take that on? So the advice is to understand that there may be some things you may be thinking, oh, I know everything. No, you don't. There is something here that you are not aware of. And don't try to figure it out, because until you get all the information, you won't know it. And so the result of this is you may be feeling like, oh my gosh, this is it. This is the ending. This is how it's going to be. But maybe the thing is they have strong feelings for you. Maybe there is just a challenge that you have to work through. And if they seem like, oh, you know, when you have this talk, that things have to end because of it, they want to have this conversation with you for a reason. Maybe there's a potential that, you know, they may feel that it might break you guys up, or maybe it would be really bad, but it looks like a lot of healing is going to happen because of the fact that, you know, maybe they had an affair. Maybe they were in denial about all of this, but you know, they're willing now to have that conversation with you because they want to come clean. You know, maybe they were not the person that you thought they were, and they put up a show, and it's time for them to tell you the truth, and you need to decide on whether or not it's something you can live with. So that is what is coming up here. Can you live with what you're going to find out that you did not know? Leo. Leo. All right, so I'm going to reveal a couple of your affirmations for your signs. All right, affirmations for each sign. Aries, I'm confident in my love journey. I attract clarity and truth in all connections. Taurus, I trust that love flows to me in divine timing. I am worthy of honest and devoted love. Gemini, I release confusion and align with clarity in love communication, bringing me a connection. Cancer, I'm safe in love. I trust my intuition to guide me in the right direction. Leo, I am radiant and lovable. I attract relationships that reflect my true worth. All right, and so for you, Leo, your person doesn't like the attention. Your person is like, oh, come on, don't make a big deal about this. Oh, don't bring me into the limelight. I don't want all this attention. I mean, they just don't like that attention. You know what? You can be telling them they're your twin flame and they're okay. Just don't tell anybody, they say, right? Just don't tell anybody. And really, how do they feel? They do. They're like, oh, I love you, adore you. I think this is a great thing. This is like, you know, I feel like we've been always connected. I feel like this is something I can give into. I feel like this is everything that can happen. It's just that I am concerned about you telling everybody about me. That's all. You're welcome, Cherry. But what is blocking them? What's blocking them is they have a scarcity mindset. And so once, you know, they're like, but they have a scarcity mindset, but they're kind of like, they have attachment issues, right? It's kind of like, oh, I want this, but I don't want it, right? I want that. And so by you telling anybody, it's like, okay, but if I change my mind, then everybody's going to, like, it's just, they don't want to be the center of attention, because the fact is, it's like the scarcity mindset. They want the money, but they also want to spend the money. So this is kind of like the same thing. They want you, but they also want to spend you, right? And so their next move is to see that, this is potential to be like something really important. Like, this is maybe truly, this is their soul lesson, is to see that you are their person, their counterpart, their soulmate. And your soul lesson is also to be with them. Like, this is, you have the same lesson, basically. You know, your destiny is to meet up, Leo. And so the potential, a lot of love here, Leo. And so the advice is You know, conflict comes up in many ways, and what you have to do is work together to heal that conflict. So the conflict is, there's intense energies here, and the conflict is that intensity, the competition, that masculine energy. And so, you know, there is lots of love, and when there's lots of love, there's a lot of desire. And when there's a lot of love and lots of desire, when you see somebody that you know is your person, you also think everybody else may also think that that's their person. And so there has a lot to do with making sure that you're not so readily available. And so for advice is making sure that, you know, oh, I got some options. You know, don't be putting all your cards in. You're not in a relationship yet. This is your twin flame, but you can be readily available. Don't be feeling like I'm all in, because maybe you're not all in. And so the potential of your relationship is that there's going to be a lot of love here, and the advice is this, but the results is showing the king upside down. So you're not in charge of this. Neither are they. And this is the thing. God's in charge. You're not in charge. They're not in charge. God is in charge. Your journey and their journey is to meet up. You are to meet them. You are to be with each other. And you just have to go and leave God to do the rest. And this really is not for you to do in any other way. You are to release your blockages. And that's it. Like, release your blockages, and you two are on your way. The only thing that's holding you back is making a choice. And just because your person doesn't want the attention, they don't want you to be putting their face all over social media, well, they'll know. They'll know. But you need to just pull back and not act like they're the only one. And when they see that there's a potential, that there's a little competition, I bet you they'll be quick to say, okay, I might want you to be on my social media, because there's a possibility that I do want to see you with me too. Yeah, there's a possibility here. All right. Virgo. All right, Virgo. Take a moment to like and subscribe. Don't forget to support my channel. I'm hoping that you're enjoying the readings yet. I know Jerry's been joining us. There might be a couple of other ones, and you make a comment below if you're resonating with this. And let me know if this is something you would like to see more often, okay? Virgo. Well, your person, there's a lot of love here. They love you. They love you a lot. Your twin flame really loves you. And how they truly feel about you is they don't feel like they can measure up to you. They feel like this is something they can't overcome it. It seems like you, they think you're the king. They think you're the amazing person. They're like, yeah, I can't measure up to Virgo. I can't measure up to Virgo. Your twin flame thinks that you're like amazing. What's blocking them? Same thing. What's blocking them? They have some problems with attachment problems here. They're like, yeah, I'm trying to work on them, but I don't want to hold on. I don't want anything really. I don't want anything. I just don't know. I just don't want anything really. And so their next move, their next move is they kind of don't want the attention. You know, they like the fact when you pull back a little. You know, they love you. But remember, they don't think they can overcome this. They think that you're better than them. They it's like, oh, yeah, get me out of this attention. I really don't like this attention. And so that's their lesson here. Their lesson here is not to focus so much on themselves. Your lesson here is to not be closing this up and ending it the way you do. You see, the potential is here for you two to be very, very happy together. And the advice is to look inside and see what's going on in the subconscious that gets in the way. And if you do that, you may be able to look at what is interfering with your manifestations. There is a potential that this is something that is you both are going to be willing to give into. And as long as you don't force a commitment, because that's not what either one of you wants. If you force a commitment, it would cause an ending, because you guys need to have that option or that choice, because remember, this person is still working on their lesson of choosing you. And you're the only one for them. They know that, but they're working through their attachment. It has a lot to do with their attachment. And so this is subconscious. And so if you go and be more secure with your attachment, that helps them get to be more secure with their attachment. And so this has a lot to do with attachment here. But they love you. They love you a lot. They know they love you. And it looks like you may even work it out. Because the potential here is that you'll work it out. Libra. All right, Libra. Libra. Their current energy in your person, they're trying hard not to close out a cycle. It might be a Virgo, because I'm pretty sure that's what they're working on. So Virgo could be possibly, which the world card is an earth sign, but they're definitely showing here that they are trying hard not to close out a cycle with you. And so your twin flame, how do they really feel about you? Oh my gosh, they love you so much. Love you so much. They absolutely adore you. What is blocking them? They don't have much patience. They have a lot of determination, but they don't have the patience. And your soul lesson is not to focus on them being the one. Oh, sorry. Their soul lesson, my apologies. Their soul lesson is not to focus on another. And your soul lesson, Libra, is to not lose yourself. The potential of this becoming a union, it depends on if you make up your mind to do so or not. All right, this has a lot to do with you making a decision. And the advice is, are you willing to begin this in fresh new energy, released of everything that has happened? Because I'm showing here that someone may be questioning their love. And it's because this has not been growing. There has not been much happening here. This has all been just this is all I ever wanted, and it's never been growing. It seems like it's always one-sided, and there has been no movement or action. It hasn't been going. Every time you do something, it just doesn't go anywhere. There just keeps going nowhere. And it has a lot to do with the fact this person doesn't want to end. This person loves you, doesn't want to end. But there needs to be a closure of the cycle, and to begin a new cycle with them. Hey, RK. Hey, RK. So, Libra, expect a message from them. They do want to heal. They do want to go and work this out with you. They do want to release whatever it is that's causing the problems. They are making the effort, and you're going to see them reach out and try to work it out with you. Oh, I didn't do it for Virgo. What was the message for Virgo after Virgo's reading? For those who may have missed that, Virgo. My card is starting to stuck. Virgo. All right, so Virgo, you've got where are your boundaries? There's a karmic lesson that is repeating itself over and over again. And so you need to release your ex, because that ex is what is standing in the way of your twin flame. All right. Scorpio. Scorpio. So they don't want to be friends with benefits. This looks like this was a friendship that got weird. It just seems like their current energy as a twin flame, they're like, yeah, I just wanted to be friends, and it got weird. And how do they really feel about you? They are, they pulled back, they pulled away. They're like, yeah, they really pulled back. And what is blocking them is they're like, yeah, no, I don't believe it. I don't believe it. I don't see it. I don't believe it. It's kind of like they're in denial of your relationship, and it's just, they just need to figure it out. They can't wrap their head around it enough. They're just like, oh, I can't, you know, they're just trying to figure it out. And so their soul lesson is to wrap their head around it, to get clear and to understand it. And so for them, it's not like you can just tell them and they understand. Like they need to research it. They need to wear it and absorb it and live it. And they just need to understand all the, in fact, 100 people can tell them that you guys are twin flames, and they're like, are you sure? Are you sure? I'm not sure if I believe that. I need to have evidence of that. Are you sure? You know, can you prove that? So this is the thing. This person, their soul lesson is to be sure, to understand it. They're a researcher. They need to absorb it. And for you, you need to be a little bit in, you do know a lot. Scorpio, you're very wise. You're very intuitive. You just got to get back to being innocent, inner child healing, you know. Your soul lesson is to heal the inner child in you and to go back to before all of this got weird. So the potential of what's going to happen with this communication or union, well, there is looking like some healing of the voidant attachment. So one of you, probably them, I think it's them, is got some avoidant attachment tendencies, and so when you pull away, they're going to pull in, you know. And so the advice is, you know, what if they don't love you? What if there's a possibility it's somebody else? What if the possibility you don't love them? What if, you know, ask those questions. You know, they need to have clarity in their head. You know, they need to ask those questions and live them. What about you? How are you mirroring this? How is it that you could get those answers? Because you're going to see everything shift really fast, because you are in a receiving mode. And when you go and heal that inner child, when you get into that receiving mode, you're going to see it's not, you're not bountiful because of them. You are the prize. You're the prize. You are the prize. And they know it. There's no denying. You're the prize. And so, you know, they're all like, oh, how do you know? How do you know? How do you know? Because, you know, you're saying, hey, I'm the prize. And they're like, yeah, right, sure. You know, they just need to understand it, right? They just can't wrap their head around it. But you're the prize. They're not anything without you. Like, yo, say, okay, that's right. I'm not twin flame, and go and see them be nothing, right? So that's the thing. Let them wrap their head around it. But you don't have to prove anything to them. Just have fun. Play in the sandbox with somebody else. Just, you know, don't be so stressed out about it. You don't need to be right. You just need to do your own thing. Sagittarius, now it's for you. All right, Sagittarius. All right, Sagittarius. So Sagittarius, you are showing here that your person, your person is got to make up their mind. They really have no idea what's going on. They got a lot going on in their head. They got a lot of responsibilities, they got a lot of kids, they got a lot going on with them right now. And you know, they're up in their head a lot. And so they just got a lot going on, and they're quite preoccupied. But how do they feel about you? Well, they got the moon upside down. So the moon has a lot to do with cycles. And with cycles, it is, when moon is upside down, it's kind of like a lot to do with the subconscious and the conscious. So it's kind of like It's not that, so this is kind of like compartments. Like they tend to put you in a compartment and they'll address it when it's time for them to deal with that compartment. And it's like, you're like drawers. And it's like, they pull it out and it's like, oh yeah, this is your time. And then they close it and then they pull, oh, this is, you know, the kids and stuff. And then like another, oh, so this is kind of like a situation where on good days they have certain compartments and on bad days they have certain compartments. And this is just something where they are just putting everything in compartments, and they only address things when they feel that it's a good time to do it. So how do they really truly feel about you? Well, it depends on if you're in the compartment that they pull out at the time. What's blocking them? Because they're blocking themselves. They're in their own way. And so they suppress. I don't know if they have a fear of failure, but I think it's a fear of failure. They consciously, it is a subconscious programming that they'll go and purposely put blocks because of the fact that they need some reason, some excuse to prevent them from moving forward. And so it's like subconscious blocks, because in order for them to expand or to proceed or to go forward, like they're so afraid of failing themselves, they literally put blocks in front of it. Their soul lesson is to heal the toxic type of energy that is created with them and others. And that has a lot to do with how they can't seem to get present. They can't seem to, they internalize everything. They just don't know how to really connect. And so your soul lesson is to seek the truth. You know, this is a journey for you to see what is actually truth about you and who you are. The potential of this relationship, there is some stress on this potential of this relationship. And so, you know, the union is not going good, and it's possibly because of the fact of this person in this block. And so the advice is, you know, this is not a conflict because there's somebody else. This is not a conflict because their attention is somewhere else. You may think their attention is elsewhere. It's because of what they do. They shut down. They stonewall. They shut down. It's really how they work on their mind. And that's one of their lessons, is to figure out how to communicate better. And so the advice is for you not to get into your head, because they don't get into their head. You know what I mean? So that's the thing, is when they're not in their head, you do. You get really in your head. And so that has a lot to do with somebody has to be in somebody's head. And this is really about understanding how the laws of polarity is in play here. And so when the laws of polarity is in play here, this is what the twin flame dynamic is all about. And so, you know, you're pulling back, and then there's all of this conflict, and then you're like, oh, I'm not happy, I'm not satisfied, this is going to end. You know, that person is being a narcissistic, and I'm being a great mother. But it is basically, it all comes down to there's a block, and they block it. They literally block it themselves. All right. Oh. And all right. So Sagittarius, you're getting emotional freedom technique, tapping, prayers, and dimensions. So basically what you have to do is just do some work on yourself where you're shifting through the levels of consciousness, the subconscious. So do your affirmations, do your emotional freedom technique, just do those clearings that you have to do. And as you are clearing your blockages, this person, you pull back your energy. Don't be like doing all the work for them. You just go and do all the work that you know you need to do for yourself. Pull back your energy, and that will go and create the need for them to do it too. But when they go and block this, that gets you in your head. You need to stop getting in your head, because there is a lot of that happening here. All right. Capricorn. All right, Capricorn, what is going on? RK, are you a twin flame? Are you a twin flame, RK? Capricorn. So your person is feeling pretty hopeless. They feel pretty hopeless. They are not very positive. They are really hard on themselves, and they don't have much faith, right? So your twin flame feels like, yeah, this is just, they're not really positive right now. They are feeling pretty hopeless. How do they really feel about you? Their true feelings? You know, they are feeling like, no, this is not something this is not something I signed myself up to. This is not something that is, you know, they're hopeless. They feel like, no, they're like, no, this is not something I want. They're hopeless. They're like, oh, this is, and why they're blocked is because they're very disconnected from their heart. They're very disconnected from themselves. And their next move is, actually, they don't want to do any of the work. Capricorn, what's going on here? Your next move, so their soul lesson is to not do any of the work, and your soul lesson is to know what is real, what is true, what is an illusion, and to be discerning. And the potential of this union is basically they want you to let go of this. The advice, is this is not what you morally want, and the result is you don't have to work so hard towards it. Yeah, there is something here, it's not ending. There's something here, it's not ending. But you're lying to yourself. They're hopeless. You're lying to yourself. They are feeling hopeless. They feel that there is nothing going on here. And that's because they're very disconnected. You're disconnected. There's something going on where you're disconnected here too. You need to reestablish your truth with you. And that's because you need to create a connection here because they're so disconnected. And this is about you seeing that it's never ending, that you always get your dreams come true, that everything works out for you, but you get stressed out when it comes to commitment. You have a fear of commitment. They're mirroring your fear of commitment. Yeah, they're mirroring your fear of commitment. So there is a big fear here, Capricorn, of commitment. Okay, so I am getting here that it freaks you out when you know something is happening really soon, and it's from past lives. There is something from past lives that makes you really anxious when you know something's coming up. So when you know something's coming around the corner or coming near, you'll get really anxious. And so it's like, oh, great. And you're like, you like the fact when you're hearing stories of other people telling you, you know, what's going on in their lives. But actually, truly, if it happened to you, it would be not so great for you. You would be reacting differently. And it has a lot to do with something that you have to heal from a past life. And so they're just mirroring that with you. All right, Aquarius. 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 Well, your person's not being, your person is trying to be very honest and very direct. And so they're telling you, I want a commitment. That's it. I want a commitment. This is your twin flame. And they're like, I want a commitment. And they're being very direct about it. And what is blocking them is they just want everything, you know, like they're very direct. I want this. And they don't work for anything. They just like make demands. So it's like, I want this. And that's it. So Aquarius, your person seems a little bit like black or white. That's it. Direct. And their soul lesson here is to they need to heal some fears. They've got some fears that they are trying to work through, and your soul lesson is to see your opportunity and to really go towards it. Your potential of what is here, you don't have to walk away from it. You're able to go on to your new opportunity and know that this is not going anywhere. And the advice is you know, just meet some people, get along with people. There is nothing wrong. You can still, this person's not going anywhere. You know, they are very direct. They're like, yeah, no, this is, you go and do that, and that's it. They just want honesty. They want things to be clear. And they are they are they're not respectful of how much that you have given into this. They just dictate. They're a dictator, so they like to just tell you what to do, and they don't really consider you much in this. So, you know, they're not going to leave because you tend to do what they want, and that works for them. There is a beginning here, and you will have everything you want, and you won't have to sacrifice yourself, and you don't have to leave, but it has a lot to do with how you're manifesting and from a healing energy, and it's going to happen really quick, but not because you're listening and following. Like it's you know, this is very direct energy. It's like very one-sided though. It's like you're very passive, and I think you're just doing whatever they want. And so as long as you're obeying, oh, this is something to do with you obeying them. And so once you pull your energy out, it's kind of like then, yeah, because the more you're just being very passive and obeying them. So you have to balance that a little bit so that you're both equally giving into this. And they just have some fears that you'll leave. Yeah. All right. Pisces. All right, Pisces. Pisces, your twin flame. They're learning how to value you. They really value this type of connection. They're trying to figure out how to not go against their values and morals. They may be married. There is a possibility they're already in a commitment, and how they feel about you is they have been healing with you. So, you know, I'm not sure what's going on, but for them, they could already be committed with somebody else, and they really didn't have a healthy relationship with them, and you've been helping them heal quite a bit. And so what's blocking them is the fact that they may lose everything by being with you, because of the fact that their emotional stability has been probably in this commitment here. And so their soul lesson was this person that is avoidant attachment. Maybe, you know, there is a lesson here for them, and or maybe they're avoidant attachment, and your soul lesson is to release trauma. You have to heal some trauma that you have. And the potential of this relationship is the fact of you understanding why this type of relationship is what you're attracted to. And the advice is to see that you have been very convenient, you're really reliable, you're very available. And so this works for this person because you're always available to them to be there. And so because of that, you seem to be holding on to something a little tightly. So you may be more of the insecure attachment, and they could be the avoidant attachment, and this causes this type of bond. This is causing a lot of in the head restless energy, overthinking it a lot. You keep on questioning, you know, is this a twin flame? Is this love? What is this? And overdoing it, you're trying not to be afraid of what's going on, and you walk on eggshells trying to make this person feel secure, but you're not really happy. You don't have a lot of patience, and you are concerned that this is going to end a cycle and that you two are not going to get along. But this is not about you and your responsibility. You know, this is the thing. There is a possibility this is a manifestation because of some past trauma that you endured. And if this is not what they want, then why do you want to convince them that it is? So this has a lot to do with you figuring out what is keeping you trapped subconsciously to a relationship that is not choosing you, because they're not choosing you. You've got here distorted masculine, repressed emotions, and time to manifest. So your masculine's not ready. You know, they're wrapping up some of their own stuff that they have to wrap up. There is projections. They're deep inside of you. They're ready to, you know, people show up for you to address what's going on. And so there's something here about they have unfinished business. Maybe you have unfinished business too. And so that may be how you are manifesting in the situation. And it's important for you to manifest a happier, thriving relationship. And you know, we tend to go to what is familiar, and there is a potential that there's something going on here that you need to address, of why you're interested in people who tend to be not available. And that's what that is showing here. All right, so that was for Pisces. All right, so I don't see many people here in the chat. Cherry got a free read. I'm willing to do a free read before we go. Does anybody want a free read before I take off? Well, I know must be someone else in the chat or more, because it's showing 3. I know Cherry's there. I asked RK and RK didn't answer, so I think we have a couple of people who are keeping quiet. They're not in the chat, but they're watching. That's why I offered. Anyway, well, thank you all so much for being here, beautiful souls. Remember, no matter what's happening in this connection, you're always in control of your energy and your heart. Trust in the time of your life and know that the universe is guiding you towards what is meant for you. And if this reading resonated, give it a thumbs up, share your thoughts in the comments, let me know what part of this reading spoke to your heart, and make sure to subscribe and tap that notification bell. Yeah, I get some people who like to watch and learn, I guess. Make sure to subscribe, tap that notification bell, and we're building a high vibe, supportive community, and I love you to be part of it. Until next time, stay open, stay hopeful, and trust in your journey. Love always finds you when you're aligned to your truth. Thank you so much, Cherry, for hanging out with me. I always enjoy your company. And as well, all of you, enjoy. And if you heard something that may have been not always what you want it to be, if it doesn't resonate with you, don't force it. It's not important to do that. It's important for you to look inside and heal whatever it is that needs to be healed inside of you. And whatever is going on in another is their journey and not yours. All right, so